Action! I love doing that. This mission is the crewed test flight for the SpaceX Crew Dragon.
It has a lot of features and capabilities that hopefully we never have to utilize in a real mission, but Doug and I will make sure that they are all ready just in case we do.
Three words, I would just say he's pretty sharp.
Perfect.
Packed my bags last night, pre-flight, 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much, I miss my wife. It's lonely out at sea. if you did. And all the science I don't understand. It's just my job 5 days a week. A rocket be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Lock your Soyuz hatch and put your helmet on. 10. Ground control to Major Tom. 7. 6. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3. 2. Detach from station and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. But it's time to guide the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I've left forevermore, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way, and the stars look very different today. For here am I sitting in a tin can,
catastrophe, but she knows she can fly away. Whoa, she got both feet on the ground and she's burning it down. Oh, she got her head in the clouds, but she's not backing down. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's looking on fire. This girl is on fire. Everybody said that she goes by.
You want to do that one first?
I think that the thing I'm most looking forward to is actually ending up in the water safely at the end of the mission and seeing how we both go through that experience of I'm expecting a little bit of vomiting maybe to happen in the end
Yeah.
game. So when we get to that opportunity to do that in the water together, it's kind of a weird thing to say, but I'm looking for that kind of celebratory event.
Wanna go away.